Hello YouTube, Ash here. Welcome to another episode of Ash Talks. Today I'm doing a Magic the Gathering video because you guys know that I'm a big fan of Magic the Gathering. So every so often I like to do videos about this wonderful game which is no way broken. No, not at the moment. Hashtag ban Hoggart. But what was that? But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be ranking my top 10 Planeswalkers because Planeswalkers are a fantastic card type. I was going to say creature, but they're not creatures. Sometimes they're creatures, they flip creatures, but no, it's a card type in this wonderful game. Hey, before we get started, disclaimer! This ranking is my ranking, this top 10 is my top 10, and it's based on my relationship with the card. I mean, how much I like the card, some lore, maybe even the artwork, power levels, and if the card is fun. So yeah, this will be my chart. It won't be the same as yours, especially not number one, because when you see my number one, you're going to say, Quello Loco! However, I'm interested in your top 10, so why don't you drop them in the comments down below? And also, while you're down there, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button because it really helps me out a lot. And yeah! But anyway, let's get into this. So coming in at number 10 is a card which is going to surprise a lot of people, but for the wrong reasons. I'm sure a lot of people would expect it to be higher. And that is Jace the Mind Sculptor. Yes, probably one of the most famous Magic cards of all time is at number 10. And honestly, it's lucky to be in my chart, but as we said, it's one of the most famous and most powerful Planeswalker cards ever, so it has to be in any top 10, but I don't really have a relationship with it. I've never actually played with it. I've seen it played against me. I've swore a lot when it has been played against me. So yeah, it deserved the place in the top 10, but as low as possible, so that would be number 10. And of course, any card that has its own song definitely deserves a spot in any chart, obviously. Hit it. Just the Mind Sculptor, better know, better know, better know. Just the Mind Sculptor, better know, better know. So at number 9 is a card which I do have a connection with. It's the only Planeswalker card I have in my commander deck, and that is Sorin, Solemn Visitor. Yes, it really works well in my commander deck, which is the best commander, the most powerful commander deck, the most epic commander deck. Obviously, I'm talking about Slivers. In fact, I should actually do a video about Slivers, especially my commander deck. I could say all their different types of Slivers, what their interactions are. Yeah, I'm getting off track. So anyway, let me know in the comments down below. Will you want to see a video about Slivers? Please say yes, because I really love Slivers and we'll make a video about them. But anyway, back to Sorin. Sorin works really well because, as you know, with Slivers you have lots of creatures, and his +1 gives you +1 and 0 and lifelink until the next turn, and that's what really helps out. Because when you play a commander deck which is hated, as mine is, you take a lot of damage. So this is a way to try and get it back. And as I said, till the next turn, so you can actually still block. You don't have to attack the gain life, still block, and then they come at you. Come at me, bro! And I'm gonna get it alive. So that's why I really love this card. As I said, it's the only one in my commander, and it's really cool. Plus, he's an awesome vampire dude. No, moving on. So at number 8, I have Chandra Flamecaller. Now, it's no secret that Chandra is my favorite Planeswalker of all time. If this was just Planeswalkers and not Planeswalkers card, Chandra would definitely be at number 1. And Flamecaller is mostly, not mostly, in the chart because of the lore. Now, if you have read the Oath of the Gatewatch storylines, you will realize that Chandra actually destroyed Ulamog and the other Titan, you know, the useless one where nobody actually cares about or remembers. But she destroyed them, burned them. But what made the story really cool is at the end, sort of end chapter, they're talking to Chandra and she uses Ulamog's skull as a chair. How cool can you get? Or hot. She's hot, not cool. But anyway, it is a fun card and the art is nice as well, and obviously it's Chandra. So yeah, but definitely the skull as a chair is the cherry on the top. Number 7! So no Magic the Gathering Planeswalker top 10 would be complete without a Liana card. Yes, the big mama of Magic. You know, the Planeswalker with probably the most interesting history, the most interesting lore of them all. Her storyline is so complicated, but so interesting, and with twists and turns and loads of too much to talk about in this video. And which card would I choose? Well, it has to be, of course, Liliana of the Veil. Yes, Liliana of the Veil is without doubt one of the most popular Magic the Gathering Planeswalkers of all time. It's also one of the most expensive at a time. Now it's really cheap. It's gone down to €6. 60 euro, cheap. But yeah, and obviously it's a modern staple in June. Liliana of the Veil is just a fantastic Magic card. And flex time. I actually have 2 copies. Yeah, double dab. That's not actually dab. Okay, too douchey. At number 6, I have Gideon, Ally of Zendikar. Now this card is in purely because playability. I played a hell of a lot with this card. The card was really a powerhouse in Standard. You know, it was so much that people just wanted it banned because it was controlling enough. Every deck that played white would have a Gideon in it. Obviously, that's not saying much that people wanted it banned, because in this community, yeah, near enough they want a card every 2 weeks banned, or 2 cards every 2 weeks. Yes, the salt is strong with this community. Anything they can't handle, ban. But anyway, yeah, Gideon was a fantastic card. Coming in at number 5, I have Ujin the Spirit Dragon. This is another card which was a real powerhouse in Standard and is also, unlike Gideon, modern playable. You can see it in lots of different decks. Well, mostly Tron and different varies of Tron, because, you know, it costs a lot of mana. But in Standard it was fantastic. What really helped it in Standard was it's colorless, so near enough every single control deck with any color just bunged it in, because the card is crazy good, and usually when it comes down you win. Also, fun story about this card: when I opened it, I was like a little kid. I was jumping up in joy. You know, the card is still expensive, but back then it was expensive as well, and I was so happy to find this mythic. I was really jumping up and down in the game shop where I go, and yeah, I've only actually done that 3 other times. One is another Planeswalker which is on the list and it will come up shortly, and the other one was when I found the Mox Opal Invention. So yeah, it really gives you a joy when you open packs and you find something like that. Obviously most of the time you find crap and 5 cents rares, but I can definitely understand why people like me and other people, millions of people, buy packs. So at number 4 is the other Planeswalker which I went batshit crazy when I found, and that is Jace, Variance Prodigy, which then of course flips into Jace Telepath Unbound. This was one of the big cards in Standard. Near enough every deck that had blue would bang it in. It was really expensive, probably one of the most expensive cards I've ever experienced. In fact, it was the most expensive card I've ever experienced in Standard. Now, before you say anything, I didn't play Standard when Goyf, Mind Sculpture or Liliana of the Veil were in Standard, because I know they were really expensive too. It was amazing, and when it was a creature it would you know, loot, and then it would turn into the other Planeswalker, and the Planeswalker was really cheap, you know, because basically 2 mana, then a couple of flips, and you have a big powerful Planeswalker. So yeah, you can see why it was really amazing. And as I said, it's just blew Standard away. Everyone needed this card in their deck. And surprisingly, it hasn't found any modern play, because it is a powerful card. So I really expected it to be, you know, modern playable. In fact, that's why I haven't got rid of my copies. Hopefully they make a bit of money sometime. At number 3 is another card which a lot of people want banned. In fact, they've wanted it banned since it was in Standard, and it's still in Standard at the moment, and that is Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Yes, this card is such an amazing card that people love it, people hate it, people love to hate it. It is a really fun card when you play it, because I actually ran it in a deck with Approach of the Second Sun, and it was so much fun trying, you know, just digging, untapping, bouncing, drawing. However, unlike Flip Jace, this is actually played in Modern. In fact, it's a staple in blue-white control. In fact, a lot of people have replaced Jace the Mind Sculpture with it. That's how powerful it is. Yes, this is a card which is a card. Now, as I said, I haven't played with Jace the Mind Sculpture, so I can't compare the two, but yeah, This is really cool. And for the record, I do know that I'm saying his name wrong. Teferi, Tahiri, Tahira, Teferi. I don't know. I don't care. Deal with it. Coming in at number 2 is one of only 2 Planeswalkers that have 4 abilities. The other, obviously, is Jace the Might Sculptor. And yeah, I think I've mentioned that card way too much. And do you know why? Yes, okay, Jace, we know you're better than all. But anyway, at number 2 is Chandra, Torch of Defiance, or aka Chandra the Flame Sculptor. No? No. But anyway, this is a fantastic card. It's probably one of the most powerful Chandras. As I said, the only one of 2 Planeswalkers that have 4, you know, the other one. And it's just a powerful card. In fact, it was really good in Standard. It wasn't remarkable in Standard because there was the OP pain in the ass deck called Vehicles, which destroyed it. If that didn't exist, this would be a massive card. As far as I know, it's not really used in Modern. I might be mistaken. If I am, let me know in the comments down below. But it's still a fantastic card, and it's a real collector's item. And not to mention the art. The art is fantastic. This is without doubt the most beautiful Chandra card there is, and the most beautiful Chandra artwork. Seriously, look at that. That is breathtaking. It is really, really cool. And as I said, Chandra is my favorite Planeswalker, so obviously one of her cards had to be high, and this is the big, fantastic, the most powerful Chandra card there is. Number 1. Now, as I've just told you, I'm a big Chandra fan, so you may be asking, what card is number 1 if not a Chandra card? Well, as I said at the start, my choices are on lore, playability, fun, and yeah, this card is definitely fun. In fact, I enjoy playing this card so much, even right now on Magic Arena, that it had to be my number 1. I was thinking about it and I said, yeah, it's got to be my number 1. And it's not even a mythic. It's not even a rare. It's actually an uncommon from War of the Spark. Yes, it is Ashok Dream Render. Yes, I know. El Loco! I don't care, I love this card. Just to let you guys know, I'm a really big fan of milling an opponent. Yes, I know it's evil, I know it's bad, but I enjoy it so much, especially on Arena. You see the cards going, oh, it gives me such joy. I know, evil, sorry, I don't care. And this card allows me to do that. In fact, I've built a number of decks on Magic Arena using this card and focused around this card, you know, bringing it back from the graveyard, reusing it, because yeah, I want to mill the opponents, and Ashok is fantastic. And also it has seen play in Modern, so it is a good card, as you know, it gets rid of graveyards and shuts down fetches, so it is a good card as well. Also, this card would always be my first pick in a War of the Spark draft, even if there's a Chase Mythic, because I know I'm gonna have fun when I play this card. In fact, I will build a deck around it, and it's just powerful and limited. It really is powerful in limit. I've won so many limited games with Ashok. So yeah, that is my favorite card, my favorite Planeswalker card in the Magic the Gathering universe. Obviously, as I said, lots of people are gonna think I'm loco, but I don't care. This is my chart. Again, over to you guys. Let me know in the comments down below which are your top 10 favorite Planeswalkers. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of the video. I want to thank you all for watching. If you did like it, hit that like button. And also, if you're new to the channel, consider watching some of my other videos, including some Magic videos. And yeah, maybe hit that subscribe button too, because it really helps me out a lot. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye bye.